is a place very close to you, a place easily accessible in a serene environment with adequate security. Ade Super Hotels Limited is the place with the state-of-the-art facility, spacious car park, air-conditioned rooms and suites with modern toilet facilities, standard swimming pool, well-stocked indoor and outdoor baths, boardroom for corporate meetings, halls for all kinds of events and parties, a gymnasium equipped with up-to-date facilities, restaurants that provide local and continental dishes with special services for banquet and buffet. Laundry services are also available. At Ade Super Hotels Limited, you are assured of 24 hours power supply as well as best ever reception that you can imagine. Ade Super Hotels is located at Elisha Road, PO Box 3028, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 0803 440 4358, 034 206 855. Email adesuperhotels@yahoo.com. Website www.adesuperhotels.com. Ade Super Hotels Limited, hotel with passion for maximum comfort.
On the news tonight, residents of Akure plead government intervention on adequate water supply. Residents of Akure urge on fulfillment of promises as Ondo State ushers in new administration. Federal government urges United States to adhere to established protocols on deportation process. Good evening and welcome to Nta Akure News at 7. I am Adeni Adejuigbe. Now the news. Ondo State, like any other state, faces challenges in water availability during the dry season, as this period of reduced rainfall and lower water levels significantly affects the supply and distribution of water across the state. Bakis Jubri in this report examines water supply and its distribution, particularly in Akure, in the face of the current dry season.
Water supply in Ondo State, particularly Akure, the state capital, during the dry season is a major concern due to reduced rainfall and dwindling water levels in natural sources such as rivers and wells. As these water bodies dry up, the available water becomes insufficient to meet the growing demand, which increases significantly during the dry season for agricultural, domestic, and industrial purposes. The combination of lower water supply and heightened demand leads to widespread water shortage across the state.
A lot of areas, the well or the whatever system like the borehole has gone dry. When we talk of water, it is very scarce for an average person. The government is doing nothing in that regard, actually, and it's very essential.
Lack of adequate infrastructure for water storage and distribution further complicates the situation, as many struggle with inefficient systems that are unable to deliver water consistently.
We are trying to increase our production every day so that we can meet the need of the people.
One of the challenges we have is distance. We have some people staying at a very, very far distance and they won't want. We are trying our possible best to meet our customers' demands.
Experts said it is crucial to implement effective strategies that will guarantee that water remain accessible for residents during the dry season in order to guarantee their comfort. In Akure, Balkis Jubri, NTA News.
The incumbent governor and the deputy governor of Ondo State will be sworn in on Monday, February 24, 2025 for a 4-year tenure, having won the November 16, 2024 Ondo State governorship election. Ahead of the inauguration, a cross-section of residents says a lot is expected of the incoming administrations, especially with respect to the fulfillment of their electoral promises to the people. Paul Omukago has details.
The inauguration will mark the beginning of a fresh mandate for the incumbent governor, Lucky Ayedatiwa, as the last 1 year is met to complete the remaining year of the administration of late Governor Nta Akure. As the new government prepares to implement fresh policies and initiatives, residents have highlighted key areas of focus to foster development.
We should put in more in electricity so that people might enjoy the infrastructure, and as well you should put in more in the road. Possibly if they could take a measure of flyover at Ojaoba.
I would like to advise him to focus on the retirees. You understand me now? Because the backlog of gratuities and pensions is not a thing to write home about.
Infrastructure like road development, like new projects, and security, especially in this Akure area, so that the life of people and their property can be safe.
We have a lot of rules that we expect the government to do for us, and they are not doing it. For example, we have the road to Ijoka. So people staying at Ijoka, sincerely, it's very frustrating because I stay there too. Very frustrating. Sometimes you want to go to school or go to work, even the dust, everything. So I'm begging the government to please help us to attend to the road.
With the present economic challenges, the need for the government to focus on critical sectors to stimulate the advancement of agriculture and the economy in general was also emphasized. In Akure, Paul Omukago, NTA News.
Federal government has called on the United States to adhere to established protocols when deporting immigrants from its territory. The Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Bianca Ojukwu, made the plea in a statement following a visit by the U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mills Jr., to the ministry. The statement by the State Minister's media aide, Magnus Eze, says Bianca Ojukwu raised concerns over the emotional and financial distress faced by many Nigerians in the U.S. since the new administration signaled its intention to deport certain categories of immigrants who have families in Nigeria and depend on their remittance for survival and education. She revealed that around 201 Nigerians are currently in U.S. immigration camp, with approximately 85 already cleared for deportation. The statement clarified that the U.S. government remains committed to its U.S. aid programs and other initiatives, particularly in healthcare and humanitarian aid. Similarly, assured Nigerian students in the U.S. under U.S. aid will not be affected by reforms embarked by the new U.S. administration. It also explained that Dropbox visa policy has not been suspended but under review, ensuring that genuine travelers are not unduly burdened when applying for visas. The statement also expressed the United States' commitment to strengthening the continued bilateral trade relations with Nigeria. As a new set of leaders take over the affairs of the African Union and its Commission, Nigeria is expecting priority attention on solving peace and security challenges in parts of the continent. This is the position of Nigeria as presented by President Bola Tinubu at the just concluded 38th summit of the African heads of state and government in Addis Ababa. State House correspondent Musbal Dan Wahab reports.
At the decisive moment for change of leaders at the African Union, President Bola Tinubu joined other leaders to guide the process. Though somewhat retrospective, with the theme of the year, the future of the continent and its people are equally at stake. President João Lourenço of Angola now leads the current assembly as AU chairperson, while Mahmoud Ali Yusuf takes the longer-term leadership role as the AU Commission chairperson.
This is what Nigeria wanted. Nigeria pushed and played a very, very significant role in the emergence of this new leadership.
And then, Nigeria gets its reward in the leadership of a commission with a first-round win for Bankole Adeoye as the AUC Commissioner for Political Affairs, Peace and Security. Another area of interest for Nigeria is the need for the establishment of the African Rating Agency to facilitate the much-needed investment and development across member states.
The West financial system, the Bretton Woods system, has been skewed against Africa and against even the global South. This is a great opportunity to balance that.
Nigeria is hoping to leverage the African Continental Free Trade Area when implemented, as the Economic Commission for Africa signed an MOU with the Secretariat.
President Tinubu got a commendation from the AU champion on AfCFTA for his leading role on digital trade protocol.
The agreement is to advance implementation and foster economic integration across Africa. From Addis Ababa, Musbah, then Wahab, NTA News.
You're still watching Nta Akure News at 7. We shall be back in a moment. Please stay with us.
Bro, I tell you, this match 3-0. Okay. If I win you, something will come out.
Don't play with me. Fast ball. Ah. You know what? You go shot
bro.
Me. Now we got this match.
Keep the banter going with Glow Borrow Me Credit or Data. Dial *303# to borrow airtime or data and pay later.
Is it ready?
Go on, no one only one thing I did it. Okay.
Power your relentless ambition with ultra high speed data. Glow Unlimited.
Drink down, don't go for it. Yeah. Life the highway, be I just stay for my lane. Full speed ahead, oh, no limit in my way. God don't make them my back, nourishment to give me spark. So I go shine my shine and I will go for it. Go, go, no limits, go for it. Go, go, drink down, don't go for it.
You're welcome back. You can also watch us through our social media handles: Facebook, Nta Akure, YouTube, Nta Akure. Moving on now to business news. Let's join Kayode Olorundare.
The Central Bank of Nigeria has ordered bank directors with non-performing insider-related loans to step down immediately. The directive was issued in a circular signed by the Acting Director of Banking Supervision, Adetono Adedeji. According to the CBN, the decision aims to strengthen corporate governance and improve risk management in the banking sector. In another news, production and distribution costs in the manufacturing sector surged by 12.2% in the fourth quarter of last year, highlighting the macroeconomic environment worsening impact on manufacturers. Director General of the Association in Nigeria, Segun Ajayi Kadri, disclosed this in the Quarter 4 2024 Manufacturer CEO Confidence Index report, which painted grim picture of the industry's struggles with the high cost, policy inconsistencies and economic instability. That will be all on business news. Kayode Olorundare, NTA News.
And for sports, let's join Olumide Eguntola for trending stories in the sporting world.
Defending champions Nigeria's Haruna Quadri and Egypt's Dina Mishrev are set to defend their titles at the 2025 ITTF African Cup in Tunis, Tunisia. from February 25th to 27th. Haruna will renew his long-time rivalry with Egypt's Omar Azhar. In the women's event, 9-time champion Nta Akure will defend her own crown against rising star and compatriot Nta Akure, the continent's #1 ranked player. The 4 semi-finalists in both categories will automatically qualify for the ITTF Singles World Cup Macau 2025. In powerlifting, multiple gold medalists, including the 2025 world champion held in Egypt, Prince Kennedy Nwankpa, is back in Nigeria with an appeal to all stakeholders to join hands together in promoting the game he is using to shape the lives of Nigerian youth. The solo athlete won 3 gold medals across different classes events at the just concluded World Championship in Egypt, with a target of winning the hosting rights for Nigeria ahead of the next championship. In another news, preparations have been concluded for the Maiden Niger Delta Sport Festival, scheduled for Akwa Ibom State from April 1st to 9th, 2025. Addressing the media in Lagos to herald the sports festival, co-chairman of the main organizing committee, Ichako Ikpopo, stated that 17 sports will feature in the first edition, which focuses on making the region the hub of talent discovery and development in the country.
For these youngsters who are going to show potentials, NADC wants to see how we can, beyond the festival, develop their talents by exposing them to competitions in Nigeria, outside Nigeria.
About 30,000 athletes between the ages of 16 and 25 from the 9 Niger Delta states are set to take part in this sports competition. With sponsor update, Olumide Eguntola, Nta News.
President Bola Tinubu says he is deeply saddened by the passing of the former Federal Commissioner of Information and respected leader of the Pan Niger Delta Forum, Chief Edwin Clark. This is contained in a statement signed by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga. Reflecting on the life of the late statesman, the President says Chief Clark was a towering figure whose influence was felt across Nigeria's political firmament for nearly 6 decades. The President states that Chief Clark was a courageous leader who stood for what he believed in and was never afraid to stand alone in the face of injustice. President Tinubu's praise for divine comfort for Chief Clark's family, friends, and all those affected by this significant loss, as he extends his condolences to the Edwin Clark family, the Ijaw Nation, the people of the Niger Delta, and the government of Delta State. Chief Clark, 97, was born on May 25, 1927 in Kiagboro, Burutu local government area of Delta State. And that is all on our news for tonight. We say a very big thank you for watching. Good evening.